Oh, he's not a he. Wait, what? What? Akito's not a dude? What? Hi, my name's John. A year ago, I never even heard of Fruits Basket. That is until my fiancé introduced the anime to me.
And I'm Allie. I've been reading the manga since I was in 3rd grade.
We loved watching season 1 together so much, and we'd have all these crazy long discussions about what happened in each episode.
And for season 2, we thought it would be really fun to share our conversations with you.
So join us today as we talk about the finale of season 2. I'm different now. So if you're a returning listener, then welcome back. If you're a new listener, then we're happy to have you on this week's episode of our Fruits Basket podcast. So if you like this kind of content, you want to see more of it coming from this channel, then make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss another upload. And share it with all of your friends wherever you share things, whether that's on Twitter, Discord, Reddit, or anywhere else. But with all that out of the way, where are we starting?
I told you. It was just a really chill episode. Nothing really happened. Just went to the grocery store to pick up some envelopes and some trash bags.
Honestly, the most boring episode.
Jeez, the noises.
Oh my god. What just happened?
You just erupted.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, that, but like, what was this episode?
Well, it was episode 25. It is
titled No. Okay, they start out with literally a snap. Like they get right to it. Like my note literally says, snap, curse, go poof.
Okay, did you catch on right away? Because I remember you making a comment at that point where you were like, is it broken?
So, I figured that, like, the rope snapping, because the rope symbolized the bond, like, all the way up to this point. Mm-hmm. So, when they immediately showed it snapping, and Kureno standing there, I was like, what? It took a second to process, because that was the last thing I was expecting from this episode, for someone to reveal that they have actively broken the curse, because I never thought of the curse as being this, like, person-to-person individual basis, like, people being able to break the curse, like, one by one. I figured it was, like, an all-or-nothing kind of deal.
Oh, so, like, everyone would be free at the same time?
Yeah, like...
Gotcha!
Shut up. So this blew my mind for a number of reasons, but I feel like it also gives us so much context into... We don't really know that much about Kureno. I knew that he was, like, very close with Akito, and he was essentially, like, Akito's, like, right-hand person. Like, I figured that he was more trapped than anyone, and we'll talk about this in a little bit, but, like, objectively he is.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that, like, Kureno slept with Akito, like, and the relationship was to that capacity.
You didn't pick that one up?
I figured it was very much like how Akito throws herself now, I guess.
It's gonna take some time to adjust.
No! Oh my goodness, I'm having so much trouble with it! Because I'm... Like, it's been 2 years of me calling Akito a dude. Akito is not a dude.
That's news to me.
Shut up. Oh my god.
Do you understand how hard it was for me to be like, oh crap, they're remaking the anime and I'm gonna watch it with John and I have to start saying he. Oh no.
Sorry, this might jump around a lot because I'm a mess right now. Like, we watched it for the first time, like, 2 hours ago, and
You're still reeling.
I am reeling! Okay, so I figured that it was just one of those things where Akito would throw herself at Kureno, right? Like, because Akito throws herself at Shigure and Haru and, like everyone, you know?
Okay,
it's just all over them. So I figured it was like, one of those things where it's not really reciprocated. It's just something that they kind of had to go through. I didn't realize that Kureno was like...
doing the deed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just figured that he was in like a Yuki situation where he's just always in the dark room alone.
Oh.
And so Akito has, like, something that really stood out to me towards the beginning of the episode when Akito says when she speaks cruelly, it's not what she really means when she's talking to Kureno.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
That, like, hit me.
How come?
Because I believe her.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like, you know?
I don't know.
You're like, I can't say anything.
Nope.
But no, I genuinely... Is this a good time to get into, like, my ideas about why Akito is the way she is?
I mean, go for it. Because literally 50%, if not more, of this episode is a conversation between Kureno and Tohru.
Yeah.
So, and with that, we're not going to go chronologically, so you might as well just skip around.
Okay, we see that Akito is super clingy once she realizes that the curse is broken for Kureno, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we know, well, I guess we don't know this, but my assumption is that Rin is Akito's mother. We haven't seen Rin, and from the one mention of Rin in the show from Akito, very bad opinion of Rin. So I almost feel like Akito has some, like, serious abandonment issues. Let's say Rin is the mother. I guess it could be the father. Ren's a pretty, like, could go either way kind of name. But, like, I'm assuming the mother because of that picture we saw when it was, like, with Rin.
Uh-huh.
But we know nothing about any potential father of Akito. So that's no parentage that seem to be readily around right now, right?
Okay.
And so maybe, like, Akito has such issues with abandonment from her parents that's why she latches on so profoundly to Kureno and the other Zodiac members, in addition to the fact that, like, there's probably also some, like, very innate sense of needing that bond between herself and the rest of the Zodiac. Like, because she knew immediately when that bond was broken.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it almost seemed like she could feel the snap, you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Kureno was crying, which we've seen Zodiac members cry before when it comes to things doing, like, the curse, which when they meet Akito for the first time, they cry. Mm-hmm. So it might be kind of like a similar situation there.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, because, like, when Yuki met Akito, we saw him crying, just, like, completely unconsciously.
Yeah, and then the maid was like, oh, they all cry. Don't worry. It's not Yuki being a bad kid. You don't have to yell at him for crying and being disrespectful. He's not being disrespectful. Everyone cries.
Yeah. That's why I think that Akito clings so hard to Kureno, and to this day does. And Kureno sticks with it, probably because he feels very guilty about leaving, because all he sees is this, like, crying little girl that just can't handle him leaving, you know? So it almost feels like he, even though he is finally, like, free of the curse, he is less free than he has ever been now that he can leave.
Okay, so you said that all he saw was a crying little girl. At this point, Akito is about the age that she was when she met Yuki, right?
Yeah.
So Yuki doesn't know that Akito is a girl.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think at that moment when Akito was crying over Kureno and everything and the curse breaking, did he know that Akito was a girl then? Or do you think that was a discovery later?
Oh, that's a really good question. I'm not sure he knew that Akito was a girl then. I can't say for sure. Probably not, since no one else did. So, this crying child, I suppose. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So...
Like, do you think that, like, Shigure and Hattori know? Do you think they know?
I think Shigure knows. I definitely think Shigure knows. I don't think that Hattori does. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Because Kureno, didn't he mention that none of the other Zodiac members know?
He mentioned that for himself, that he pretended to be the rooster.
Okay.
And the only person who knew was Akito, and Shigure caught on.
Yeah.
The only one who had confirmation was Akito.
Actually, Hatori probably does know. He's the doctor. He would have to know that. So, just by, like, process of deduction, I think he'd probably figure it out.
Do you think Ayame knows?
Yeah, if Shigure and Hatori know, I feel like they'd clue in Ayame. I don't think Ritsu does. I don't think Ritsu does.
I like your theories. They're a good time.
Thank you.
Aw.
Don't say aw. That makes me feel like you're like cute and just like patting my head.
Cute, you're so wrong. No. You lost child. I am happy that you had no freaking clue.
No idea. Like, not even, like, a subtle inkling that, like, the bond breaking, or even, let's be honest, like, I had no indication that Akito was... Actually, let's confront this.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, when we started watching this show, I was like, oh my god, who is she? When I saw Akito... And you're like, she? What makes you think they're a girl? And I was like, I don't know. It just looks like a she. It kind of sounds like it could be a woman. Like, I don't know. I just kind of assumed that it was a woman. And you're like, are you sure?
I was like, look at their haircut. I mean, like, looks just like Yuki. Yuki's a guy. So, you know.
And then I was like, you know, maybe I can hear that it's like a dude. So maybe Akito is a guy. Like, Akito sounds like it could be a male name, you know? Like,
yeah.
Essentially, that was all it took for me to be like, why would you lie about their gender? Like, that's such a weird thing.
And then in the one episode in season 1, when Tohru and Yuki have that confrontation, Akito was referred to as a he.
Yeah, so. And I was like, okay, 100% a dude. Not a dude.
Yeah.
Objectively not a dude.
No, just factually not.
Just, like, flat out not a guy.
Like, yeah.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's track back to the beginning when we hit on some of those more slice of life elements.
Yes. Okay, first of all, oh boy howdy, were there a lot of sparrows everywhere. Yeah,
all throughout the episode.
Oh, like, yeah.
Every other scene.
Literally, it was like, oh, we have another scene coming up? Have to do a transition? Look at some sparrows! So, I want to go over the symbolism of sparrows for a little bit here. So, symbolism time with Allie!
Symbolism time with Allie, last of season 2.
Oh, well, actually, we have another one. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, so in Japanese symbolism, the sparrow denotes a gentle nature of an intellectual person. This bird may be a symbol of joy, simplicity, protection, hard work, community, self-worth, and so on. You should be working hard, as sparrows do, in order to achieve your goals and to make success. And I think that describes Kureno to a certain extent, for sure. Because even though many would look at his situation where he's continuing this faux bond made of pity for Akito, by doing that, he could be protecting a lot of the Zodiac members.
I feel very strongly that that is a large reason why he is. Because what if he left?
Yeah, imagine that reaction.
Like, what if he literally, now, like, no more Rooster, no more Zodiac, he left, never looked back. Think about what Akito would have done in that situation.
Yeah.
We've gone ballistic on everyone else. It almost feels like Kureno's like the wall separating. Like, obviously Akito he isn't protecting them from Akito, but because Akito is still tearing them up in their own, each in their own ways. Mm-hmm. But it almost feels like it would be much worse if he was not there.
Yeah, and he's smart enough to know that. Yeah. And he was smart enough in middle school to be like, okay, first of all, Akito is crying and I need to stop these tears. And also, as he grew up and saw the person that Akito grew to be, because at first Yuki had mentioned that Akito was like kind of chill and yeah, there were little temper tantrums, but like what kid doesn't have temper tantrums?
Yeah.
And want things done their way, especially if they're being told that they're God, you know, like really gets to your head.
It gets to your head, and then the added fact that parents likely were pretty not there, if my assumption is correct.
Oh.
Which I'm going to take a firm guess that I am correct on that. And that's why he has so many... she has so many attendants.
Ew.
She has so many attendants. Because either Ren, assuming that that is the parent, can't be bothered, and the father isn't around.
Okay.
And that probably rubs Akito very much the wrong way. Or at least makes her sad. You know?
I don't know.
You do know!
No, don't. I don't know it.
You're like, I've been lying this whole time. I've never read the manga.
I read Wikipedia, actually.
Oh my god. It's all been a sham.
You did tell me after the episode, you're like, I can't trust you anymore.
I did. Because you've been telling me Akito was a dude for so long, I was just like, I felt betrayed.
Sorry. I had to keep you pure.
No, but thank you.
Yeah.
Genuinely. Because it made the revelation so much better.
Oh, heck yeah, it did. We'll get there. Don't you worry about it. But, okay, so for more slice of lifey things, we have Uotani, Tohru, Hanajima. They're all at school. Tohru's remembering New Year's. And we get the cutest... I love all of these scenes. They make me all so happy. I love Tohru's relationships with Rin, Yuki, and with Momiji.
Oh.
They're all such good, different relationships.
Wholesome.
I love that we're seeing different sides of friendships. And it's not just like the, oh, this is your friend that you joke around with. This is your friend that you have a close bond with. And those are the two kinds of friends you have. No, like, it's so different. We have one where it's like a motherly bond. Then we have one where they're just so close and understand each other on such a deep emotional level. Like, Tohru and Momiji get each other. Like, they just get each other.
Very much birds of a feather. That's an appropriate analogy in this episode.
Yeah. And then with Rin, it's something that's blossoming, something that's funny, but also kind of timid because they don't really know how to treat each other yet. And like, it's so good. It's so good.
Which, can we talk about really fast, that interaction with Yuki? Because, I don't know, I feel like even though he wasn't in this episode much, which made my big Yuki fan heart a little bit sad.
I'm so sorry. You definitely didn't get enough Yuki this season.
I would argue I didn't. But just him, like, saying, like, I stood up to Akito. Like, aren't you proud of me?
Mom, I defied God. Are you proud?
Yeah, like he's a JRPG character or something. Like, I beat God. Mom, can I get a headband? Like, I don't know. It was so wholesome because you could tell that he was just bursting to tell her how well he did.
Yes. Oh, it's so good.
And when she gave that approval, it was just like, oh, it made my heart so warm.
And then we get, this is the last symbolism time with Allie for season 2.
Yes.
We get more daisies, which daisies are now their flower. When they have a moment, it's just yellow background with daisies. And it makes me so happy because daisies are so symbolic of innocence, beauty, but most of all, faith. And, like, that's just what they have in each other. And I love that it's faith specifically because it's almost like Yuki is switching from, like, it's not that he ever had to, like, have faith or, like, believe in Akito as God. It wasn't, like, that kind of relationship like people have with religions today. But it's just switching your faith from believing and constantly following the orders from Akito to being on, like, Toru's side. Yeah. And just switching that faith, it's so cool. And that's what the daisies symbolize. It's so good. Yeah.
See, going from something cold and dark to something warm and sunshiny. Yeah. Which, it's so... it's so well done. But, like, I don't know, part of me, like, throughout this whole episode was, like, I felt bad. Like, even in those really happy moments, because every interaction that Tohru had was someone putting something on her.
Oh, okay.
You know? Like, she's carrying the secret with Haru that she let slip to Rin. Like, how'd you know that? I shouldn't have known that. Like, she is carrying the weight, although she doesn't realize it, of, like, that maternal role for Yuki. In terms of her Momiji interaction, the weight of the situation with Uotani and Kureno. And just everything is piling onto this, like, young lady. Even someone with the broadest of shoulders. That much weight and that much trust from everyone, all coming at you as the focal point. Like, that must, I don't know. Like, I wonder if that, I feel like it does eat her up from that one scene. Like, where she woke up in the middle of the night. You know? All this combined with that she hasn't really coped with the fact that she has lost her mother.
Yeah.
Like, in any healthy way. So while I don't think that she minds it, and I think that she loves all of these people, and she doesn't see it that way, I can't imagine.
Yeah, and on top of that, also just defying Akito, that she has to have that weight of people defying Akito, sometimes for her and sometimes not for her. So, like, Rin didn't go to the banquet, defied Akito.
Yeah.
Yuki defied Akito, got whacked on the head.
Yeah.
And did it and bragged about it to Tohru.
Yeah.
As a way to receive praise from her. And then Momiji, also wanting to receive praise, defied Akito's orders by approaching Kureno and delivering that DVD. So there was a lot of defiance happening, and that also could hypothetically put some stress on Tohru.
Yeah, because she might have some, I don't know, if I was in her situation, just kind of like looking at things from her shoes, I would be kind of scared, because the more people defy in relation to their relationship with her, the more that's a big red target on your back for someone we know is not against pushing people out of windows. Like, okay. I don't know. That would be kind of scary for me. And that's just not even talking about the things that aren't mentioned in this episode at all. Like, the whole Kyo thing, which I know, minor plot point, but, like, that whole situation. But, yeah, I don't know. So, like, while I loved these moments, and I thought that they were so sweet, like, the girl's got so much on her shoulders.
Okay.
And, like, that kind of hit me as she started talking with Kureno, too.
Yeah. Do you think that anything like that's happened to her before? Like, do you think this is a recurring thing, or?
I mean, her mom put a lot of pressure on her when she was little, didn't she? Like, to... Not, like, purposefully, but, like, she'd be the one to, like, clean and cook.
Mean, like, yeah, like that.
Yeah. And so, like, and I almost feel like, in a way, like, she knew that her mother was, after the death of her dad, was not in the best mental state, correct?
There are flashbacks that could, you can interpret them that way.
Yeah, I feel like all of that combined, like, from her childhood, which has been weighing on this young little child, and the death of her dad, like, I think it's not like this is an isolated thing since her mom died. I think she's always had a lot.
I could tell you were looking in my eyes, looking for an answer. You're not getting one, buddy.
I just want some confirmation.
These eyes aren't saying yes or no. Nope. But I don't know. I like you thinking about it. I like it. People usually put Tohru in a box that is like, she's so happy and she's the savior of this show and she's Mary Sue and she's always just the happiest sunshine in the whole world. Yo,
this season started out like running with that not being true.
They were like, LOL, you thought Tohru was happy? Here, watch her cry on a porch.
Yes. Oh, I always like think back to that scene of like, she's like, this is an act.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, no. That was the best, like, that was the most visceral scene from the beach arc.
Yeah, it was good. Oh. We'll do a recap.
Yeah.
We'll do a recap and theory video next, so don't
Yes.
think this is the last episode.
Yeah.
We got another one coming, and then we'll start on season 1.
Next week, recap and theories for season 3, and then, yeah, we're starting to do a, like, almost like a retrospective, looking at every single episode from season 1 to see what we missed. So if that's something you're interested in, stay tuned.
Yeah, you can look at all the foreshadowing that you missed.
Yes.
And be like, oh crap, that meant this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So these Fruits Basket podcasts, not going anywhere anytime soon.
Nope. But, okay, so after the good slice of life wholesomeness that we get, there's a little bit left in season 2. Then we cut back to Akito and Kureno. We also have some Shigure and Hatori scenes. They're talking about how Akito has been bedridden ever since, like, the new year, and they think that it's because of the emotional toll that Yuki's defiance took on Akito.
Mm-hmm.
And woof.
That is what Shigure says.
That is exactly what Shigure says.
That scene really kind of stood out to me.
Was it because they kept starting sentences about how they thought that Kureno might not be in the Zodiac, but not finishing them?
Oh my god!
He kept going, finish your sentence!
Can we...
Finish it!
You've seen, we've recorded, can we, like, pop that in right here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Finish your sentence. Oh god.
You're grabbing me!
So yeah, I was shook.
It was good.
It made me so mad.
Just finish your sentence.
Just finish it. And that, and what they were saying about how profoundly Yuki's defiance, like, shook Akito and had Akito bedridden. Because I'm almost thinking that Akito might be wondering if Yuki could be next in having the curse broken, and this defiance was like the first step in it.
Okay.
Because we don't really know how it... They don't tell us how it works, I don't think.
No, you mostly just get Kureno's perspective, and he's like,
It
was random, I don't know, I didn't do anything, it just happened.
Yeah, he didn't know how it happened. So maybe Akito thinks that Yuki could be next in line, and this defiance is like a precursor to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe this is totally me misreading the situation, right? But Akito said that right after Kureno changed, right? He said, your eyes, something along the lines of, your eyes look at me differently ever since, and then it, like, cuts off, right? And I couldn't tell. I think he just means ever since the bond was broken. But, like, another piece of me was like, what if it means, like, what if there was, like, another event that Akito attributes to the bond breaking that Kureno doesn't attribute to it, if that makes sense? I don't know what that would be. I have no backing for that, but that was, like, a thought that, like, went through my mind. I assume it just means that it's the bond breaking, that his eyes look at him differently, though.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm open to the possibility that Akito thinks that there's another incident that caused this to happen, and that might be why he's so scared that Yuki could be next.
She.
What?
Akito's a she.
Crap! It's all... Okay, she.
Yes.
She.
Good. Okay. Maybe. This is every single episode from now on. You have a year to practice.
Oh my goodness.
But okay, so then after those little scenes, let's just jump right into it. Kureno watches the DVD, remembers chatting with Akito about being able to fly, all of that stuff, gets lots of memories.
Yeah.
Decides, you know what? I need to talk to Tohru. Let me just call up the house. Call Shigure And I love this phone call.
Yeah.
It's so good. With the book dropping. And
yes.
he's like, oh, this is new. Actually, this is the first time you've ever called. Like, why are you... Tohru? How do you know each other? Kind of like, it's so good.
Yeah.
And Shigure is just like, ah, yes.
I've got you.
I can finally ask you my question.
Which, Shigure, I almost feel like Shigure would kill to be in Kureno's position, just based off of context clues.
How come?
I don't know. I think Shigure wants to be, like, Akito's boo.
I mean, maybe. There was that one scene in season 1 where, like, you know, Hatori was like, don't let Akito catch a cold. And you're like, why would Akito catch a cold? And then it's like, oh, because Akito was naked. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Shigure wants to be Akito's go-to.
Okay. You think he's a little jealous?
I think he's a lot of bit jealous.
Remember earlier when I asked you if Shigure was jealous during the beach arc?
I don't remember that, but I believe you.
I've been waiting for this moment.
No, I 100% think he's jealous now. And you know how I've had this theory that Shigure is looking for love, and, like, that's what he wants more than anything?
Yep.
What if he wants that from Akito, specifically? And maybe he's not even that concerned about breaking the curse for himself. I don't know. I think he knows a lot. I think he actually does know a lot more than he's letting on. I don't know where I'm going with this. The gears are turning and I'm trying to figure this out, but there's so much uncertainty in me.
Yeah, Shigure's kind of a mystery.
Yeah. I'm less certain about my predictions about him than I ever have been, because I figured that he was, like, super into breaking the curse, you know? And, like, he was masterminding everyone's curse being broken. So I thought it was that big universal thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now, I'm like, does he even care if his curse is broken? Maybe he does want to break the curse, and just, like, so that he and Akito can live together, like, happily. You know? Like, maybe he wants to free Akito from the curse more than anything. And, like, that's his goal. Mm-hmm. Like, as that romance writer. And so he's using Tohru and all of these chess pieces to try and free Akito so that they can be together. And he resents Kureno for being in that right-hand spot.
Holy crap, what a brain blast. You just, like, went off on a tangent.
I don't know where that came from. But yeah.
You're just staring at my face, hoping to get some form of response, and this is why I don't film in the same room as you.
You chose this today.
I wish I hadn't. But no, I don't know. That could be a thing. It could. You could also be entirely wrong. But we'll just have to wait a year.
Yay!
You'll find out. It's just like, it's actually probably less than a year. They'll probably start in spring or summer like they usually do.
Wow. That's still so long.
Nah.
But yeah, so that's where I'm at with that.
Okay. So after that, we get, absolutely perfect. Just what I told you the episode was going to be about. Tohru's going to the grocery store. She's going to get some envelopes.
Some forays.
Yeah, A-force.
That's what I mean. Yeah. It's close enough. If you went to the grocery store, you'd figure it out.
You would figure it out. I'm a graphic designer. I really care about envelope sizes. I'm sorry. I had to study them one year.
Of course you did.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Anyways, so she's gonna go pick up some envelopes and have a great time doing it. She stops in the park. There's little sparrows. Oh no, they flew away. Hi, Kureno.
Oh, she doesn't have anything to feed them.
Oh.
Kureno.
Oh, Kureno. Yeah, they hug. Wow, so sweet.
This was my reaction. Wait, can he not transform anymore?
I don't know.
Is that why he's the only one we haven't seen transform? Oh my god, hug her. What? Wait. What?
The curse broke!
Wait.
I loved that reaction.
I
loved it.
I'm still reeling.
This is what I wanted.
So, you know how you're grabbing me.
This is what I've been waiting for. I have tried so hard. I have tried to lead you astray. I have tried to convince you that Akito was a man. I have tried to convince you that it was a good thing that Kureno was a sparrow when you got mad because you wanted him to be a rooster and you said, if he doesn't transform on screen, I'm gonna quit this show. I have been going through these hardships for this moment, John.
So I know I did say that if he doesn't transform on screen, that I would quit the show and that I would hate it forever.
Mm-hmm.
I take it back.
Oh, good. Thank you.
I admit my faults, and I was wrong.
I know.
That being said,
yeah,
I still wish he was a rooster.
I don't care why you're stuck on that.
And I still wish I could have seen him transform, but this is better. To be fair, this is better, and it makes so much more sense why we never freaking saw him transform. That's been bothering me for, like, when did the beach arc end? Long time ago.
Episode 11?
Yeah, like 14 episodes ago. It's been bothering me every week since then that we have not seen hide nor feather of his Sparrow self. But, you know what? I accept, and good golly, Miss Molly, I was not expecting that.
In the beach arc, when you said he's like a caged bird,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my gosh, he is caged. He's caged. And he doesn't even get to be a bird. Like, that's the worst part.
It's almost, I would argue that he is more caged now than when he was actually, like, tethered to Akito with the Zodiac.
Oh yeah, because he was going to middle school, he was living a life, you know? He was doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the curse breaks, now he has to ask permission to go to the freaking grocery store.
Akito is furious and sends people to find him if he goes missing, like, unattended.
Yep.
For, like, 4 seconds.
His phone's off, go get him.
Yeah.
Send the dogs.
Oh my gosh. Send Shigure. I don't know. I feel very bad for Kureno because it all feels like a guilt thing. Can we talk about how, like, profoundly they paralleled his perception of Akito as to his perception of Arisa?
Oh, like okay. Huh.
Because I very much think that Kureno sees them. Like, the situations are almost kind of, like, similar but opposite. Because he genuinely wants to... The love that he, like, gives to Akito is something that he gives out of pity. Mm-hmm. But he wants to give that same kind of love to Uotani. Mm-hmm. But from a genuine kind of place. And so, like, when he was watching the DVD... Like, it kept panning, and they were saying very similar things, and it kept going from Uotani to Akito back to Uotani, you know? And he started reaching out for Uotani on the screen, showing that that's what he actually wants, but Akito is what he feels obligated to stay with.
Yeah, to, like, pity.
Yeah. And probably guilt and fear.
Yeah.
Like...
I never thought of it that way.
So I think that they drew distinct parallels between the two.
We also get just their whole conversation also makes me cry. Like,
yeah,
just seeing them talk, and she's doing the thing that Uotani also did, where it's like, then why are your eyes so sad? Like, why are you crying? And because he knows that it's not what he wants, he doesn't want to stay with Akito. It's a whole mess. It's just a whole mess. I also love that this is all taking place on a playground.
Yes.
I don't know too much about, like, environmental design and stuff like that, but just the idea of a playground, like, pure innocence, you know? Like, just having fun playing, having a good time, and it's all taking place on a playground.
It's almost like, if you think about it, these are two characters who had their, like, in a way, like, I know that there's another connotation to this phrase, but, like, they've had their innocence kind of taken, like, ripped apart from them, but they both very much still appear as very innocent, wholesome characters, you know? Like,
okay.
Uotani, like, specifically is like, yeah, he's an airhead just like Tohru, so, like, making our minds, like, associate them as similar.
Mm-hmm.
And so them, like, having that innocence, like, taken away from them, maybe, like, that's why they're on a playground, because they have both of them have such heavy stuff weighing them down. But they're meeting, like, at this, like, childhood, like this environment made for young children, you know?
Yeah, Kureno definitely got stunted.
Yeah.
Because he didn't really get a chance to be a kid again.
Yeah.
He was just forced into this role of pitying, taking care of, and loving Akito because he had no choice. Whereas Tohru, she was forced to grow up so quickly because she, you know, her dad's side of the family wasn't chill with her.
Yeah.
Grandpa's house got renovated. She has to start living in a tent. And even then, like, even before that, she was cooking, she was cleaning, she was essentially taking care of her mom.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yo, I could see that. They both kind of got stunted.
Yeah.
In their development or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, and so it's these two people who never, like, probably aren't that familiar with being on playgrounds, like, meeting and having these revelations and connecting here.
How come you make me view Fruits Basket in such a different way? Holy crap!
I don't know.
Usually it's people who've read the manga and, like, know every single page by heart.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That could have been unintentional, me reading far too much into it. But I don't know. I think it makes sense.
We're good at that.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay. So, let's just... Do you have anything else about Kureno until I get to Akito? Because, like, I'm itching. I'm itching.
Go.
I've
go
seen
for
my
it.
last bullet point and I just want to take it.
Take it. Go for it.
Akito's a girl.
No, Akito is a girl. We've already addressed this to an extent, but oh my gosh.
That reveal.
I screamed. Oh, his legs. Oh, he's not a he. Wait, what? What? Akito's not a dude? What?
You're like the only person who doesn't know. I don't know how on earth I kept that from you.
He's not a dude? What? What? Wait. He's not a he?
Oh, hello, kitty. No.
I thought he was a woman at first, and you were like, why do you think that? And I'm like, because he looks like a woman, and you're like, nah.
Yeah, duh. I'm gonna say that.
You told me he was a dude.
I did, because I wanted this reaction.
What? What? So he's a she.
Yeah, Akito's a woman.
Has he always been a woman? Has she always been a woman?
One could assume, yes.
So she's a goddess, not a god.
Yeah.
That's really kind of inconsequential.
Yeah. There's no episode preview.
It is too late. This is a lie. It is too late. I found out too late. I mean, I guess
you found out at the perfect time.
Well, that's true. But wait, okay. God. What? I mean, I guess it makes sense. But I was so just, like, on autopilot, like, yo, Akito's, like, a dude.
Yeah.
Because Akito very much conveys herself as a... Well, not really, but I don't know. It was just kind of... Well, so that explains those comments who were like, why does he think Akito's a man?
Yeah.
At the beginning. And you'd be like, oh, that's crazy. So dumb.
It's just this conspiracy online. A lot of people think that just because Akito has a female voice actor, that means that Akito's a woman. But, you know,
and
that doesn't necessarily mean
I was, like, so on board with it, too. I was like, yeah, they are dumb. So stupid.
I got you so good.
I was like, oh, these people are idiots. Thinking Akito's a woman? Dumb. No, well, sorry.
We need kitty cam.
Yeah,
that's kitty
what we
cam.
Need. Kitty cam.
That's what we need. There you go.
Her name is Cloud.
Yes, it is based off of Final Fantasy.
No, it's because she looks like a cloud.
No, it's because of Final Fantasy. Okay, back to the podcast.
That was the last thing. People on the end, I saw someone say something about like a mirror scene, right? Like in the comments or something. Mm-hmm. And I was, if you type a spoiler, please put it under a spoiler tag. B, I did not think that this was the mirror scene. Because I assumed, you know, mirrors, fruits basket, what are they used for? Stabbing eyes out. So like... I assumed it would be another situation like that. I was very much, when I saw that, I was very fearful for Yuki's life. Like, not his life, but like his safety. Because I thought that him, like, defying Akito would derail Akito and send Akito into a flurry and a fury and a rage.
Oh, jeez.
It seemingly just made her sick. But
yeah.
For now, I don't think that is going to be taken well.
One day she might go on a stabbing spree. Who knows?
But I did not think it would be a reveal of a female body. But it makes so much sense, because Akito, aside from when she would go out and she'd be in the, like, jeans and t-shirts, like, in the traditional, like, garb, it was always so, like, loose-fitting and kind of, like, very much covered up in very strategic ways. Mm-hmm. And it, like, it makes so much sense that he is not a he, but he is a she.
Yes. And
has been the whole time.
Yes. We're going to leave the bulk of the theorizing for next week's episode. Mm-hmm. So
keep an eye out. Our Fruba podcasts are not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, we might switch the day we upload, but that's about it.
Yes. Upload days might not be Tuesdays, because, well, we don't have an episode schedule to abide by anymore. We're free!
We're free! The bond has been broken. Mm-hmm. The curse. It's gone. Just kidding. The Fruba episodes weren't a curse. But I miss when they came out on Fridays. I really liked that.
That would have been so, like, just in terms of our schedules, it would have been much nicer on Friday.
Yeah. But anyway, you don't care.
But
that's it. We'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. But as always, thank you so much for listening. If you have any thoughts, ideas, questions for me or Allie, make sure to leave them in the comments section down below. And while you're down there, why not liking this video, why not subscribing to the channel, and why not even ringing that notification bell so you never miss another upload. And while you're at it, why not sharing this podcast wherever you like sharing things, because honestly, it means so much to us. But With all that being said, we hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, a fantastic rest of your week, and why not even a fantastic rest of your month. And we will see you next week.
See ya!